Hello everyone, and in this video we are going to discuss about Laravel Blade template. So let's start. So first of all, I will come here to this get Bootstrap. So the Bootstrap starter templates, and I will provide you this link in the video description. So when we click on this download button, here we have different snippets, and here I will select some snippets. So let's say this blog template, and here this one. So sticky footer navbar. So we have the footer and we have the navbar. So let's open this as well. So we have these two templates. So the blog one. So this is a blog template. So we will copy this and then modify it. And here we will copy this. So we will have the top menu bar and the footer, and in the middle the blog template. So I don't like these things, so we will just remove it. So first let's copy this code. So view page source, and I will copy all of the code, and here in the views I will create a new file. So let's say post.blade.php, and here okay, we already have a file. So this is the older file, so we'll just create a new folder. So posts, and in this folder I will create a new file. So posts dot blade.php, or you can say index.blade.php. So this will be the index for the blade file, for the post. So you can, well, the choice is yours. So you can name it index. Here let's say index. And now let's paste this code here. So we have this code. So now let's remove the unnecessary things. So we have this. So let's remove this. Then we will have to modify this. So by providing the CDN links. Now let's remove all of these. Remove this script and styles, and remove this as well. Okay. And yeah, we will modify this script link as well. So when we search the Bootstrap CDN link, so you will come here to the Bootstrap CDN. I will provide you the link as well. And here in the CSS, just copy this HTML code. So the HTML code is this one, just copy it and you will paste it here. So just replace this line so that we have the proper Bootstrap CSS file. So this is the CDN link. Later on we will modify it, but for now this is the, we will use this CDN link. And for JavaScript, we will just copy this HTML tag, and here we will just replace this line. So now we have the proper JavaScript link as well. So CDN link for the Bootstrap.js. Okay. Now let's go to the web file, and here let's return a view. So return view, and that view will be the force dot index. And now here if we come to our page, so let's comment this. Okay, so remove the R fail from here. And now let's refresh the page, and now you can see that style. So the CSS and the JavaScript is working properly. So now let's remove these things from here. So where is this? This one. Let me close this one. So here we need to remove these sticky things and all of these things. So let's remove. And here we will write our own things. So that's good. Now let's copy this template. So if we see the source of that, so here this is the main container. So I'll just copy it from the dark from here. So from main container start to main container end, and then we'll remove the extra things. So just copy it and paste it here in the main container. And now let's check it. So everything looks good. So we have those styling and template, everything. Now let's remove this first one, the dark one. So this one. So now this is the nav bar. And here we have this one. Okay. So let's remove this. Now it looks good. And if you can see, there is no space between these. So we will give some space to it. So let's say padding of top 5 and margin top 5 as well. So we are just giving some padding and margin. And refresh, and now you have some space between these. Okay. Now let's change this styling as well. So what we will do is, if we look at this, we have a beautiful design. So we need a feature post here on the top. So we will do that. So I will just copy this from 6 to 12. And this is from here to here. So now you can see, let's refresh the page, and now you can see this is the feature post. And you can change the image size as well. So let's say the width of the image is 200. So if you want 300, so let's refresh, and now you can see the size. You can, let's say, make it 600 like this, but I think the 300 will be okay. So let's leave it at 300. And now let's remove this post from here to here, so that we have the list of posts. So here this one starts. So I'll just cut this one from here and from the firehose. So from here, yeah, article. So just below, above the article, I'll paste it here. And now let's refresh. Okay, so now let's change the size of that. So from MD6 to 12. And now it looks good. So let's say if I copy it a few times, you can see it like that. So that will be good, but I will leave it like this for now. Okay, so you will have a list of posts here. So we'll have different posts. Okay, now the design is little bit dull here and here. So let's change it like this so that it looks a bit beautiful. So first I will let's see the article here, and article and article. So I'll just remove these two articles and leave only one article, and the navbar. So here we have this navbar. So let's remove this as we don't need it. Later on we will add the other things here, but for now it's okay. Okay, so now it's a bit cleaner. Okay, so I will just copy these style divs from here, and here let's say uh, so here this div ends here. So where does this div ends? So let's say and this where this div ends. So here just so that we know it, and now let's paste the code here and here. No, let's here closer. So we had two divs, so I just put extra two closing divs, and now let's see. Okay, so now we have this whole thing under this whole design. So we have this beautiful design. Okay, now let's separate this one from here. Okay, and this one as well. So this is the sidebar. So inside this, and let's remove the light from here. And let me first find the closing div for this one. So the closing div for this one is this one. So we'll just copy paste that two times, and here let's say, and now let's check. Okay, so now we have this beautiful sidebar here, and now let's change this one as well. Okay, let's change it. So it starts from here, from the firehouse. So here, let's find the closing div. So this one. So just two closing divs, and here this style. And now, so now this is a separate section. Okay. So now you can see we have just a bit better design. Now let's change a footer. So footer. Okay. So now let's remove the BG light, and inside the container I have these studios, and let's close those studios. And now we have the footer with good design. So if you want, you can move this footer inside here, or you can have a full footer, but I like it like this. So I think this one will be better. So later on we can add links and other things here, but for now this is okay here. And if you want to remove this one, this styling, the outer styling, so you can remove that. But I think this one is good, so this I will leave it like this. Okay, so now we have beautiful black designs. So now let's convert this to blade templating. So for that, what we will do is we'll create a new folder, and that will be layouts. And inside that layouts, we will create a new file, app.blade.php. You can give it any name, but normally people call it app.blade.php, so I will call it that. And here we will create this code. So yeah, let's copy all of this code and paste it here. So now we will change it. So the new bar is okay, and here the main. So let me show it to you visually first. So we will have the feature post on the home page and the post list on the home page, but we will not have the single post on the home page. We will have only the listing. And when we see the single post, we will see these things, but not the feature post and not the listing. Okay. And the sidebar will be common for all of them. So now how can we do that? So now let's do that. So first of all, we need to separate this feature first. Okay. So here we have the main and we have the feature first. Okay. Where is it? Okay. Yeah. So from here, I will just cut it, and here I will write it yield featured post. You can call it anything, but I will call it featured post. And here in the views, I will create another folder, and that will be partials. You can call it anything, but people call it partial normally, so I'll call it partial. Okay, in this folder, I will create a new file, and that will be featured post, and I will paste that code here. Okay, so now we have a separate featured post. Now let's come back here, and now let's change this from the peer host to post. So post. Okay, now here you can see the single post, so design and all of those things. So post, let's cut this from here, and here I will say I will create a new file in the partials, and that will be post item dot blade dot php. Okay, here I forgot to write the extension, So here I will write dot blade.php. Okay, so the post item, and paste that code here. And now let's close it. And close this one as well. And now we have this simple black post. So let me, I will just cut this one. And here in the partials, I will create another file. And here I will write single post dot blade dot php and just paste this article. And here now let's come back. Okay, customize this section. Each section. Okay, about. So I will just leave this sidebar here, and here I will write just a comment sidebar. So this is the sidebar and the footer. So we will leave it like this, and here I will just write ATL content. So now this is the content, and now here in the index.blade.php, which is this file. So in this file, I will just remove everything, and here we will just extend and layouts.if. So we are just extending this layout that we have just created here, this one. And here now we will create a section. So it's section. And here we have the featured post. And here we will write in section. And we will create another section. So section. And that section is content. And at end section. And we don't need to end this one. So we don't need to write end section or end something for this one. But for the section, we need to write end section and end section here. Okay. So now if we refresh the page, here we don't have anything. Okay. So let's say if I write featured post, and here I write main content. And now let's refresh, and now here you can see featured post and main content. Okay. So this is our main layout here. And this will be changed and this will be changed. Okay. So now let's remove this. And here I will just include the featured post. And now refresh. And now you can see the featured post. You can change the height of that if you want, but for now it's okay. And here, now let's change this and include featured partials that first item. And if I refresh now, you can see this post item. Okay. So if I duplicate it a few times, so you will see the list of post items. So I think you can understand now why we did this. Okay. So this include just is the normal PHP include. So we are just including those files. Okay. But in blade format. So now you can see. Okay. Now let's remove these ones. And now let's get the data from the database. So now let's say if we include the partials in single post. So now let's see. The single post will look like this. Okay. But we don't need it in the home page. So we'll just remove it. So now let's get the data from the database. So if we come to the web file, then here we'll just comment this or just leave it like this. And here I will write $post and post all, and here let's compact in the post. Okay. So now let's refresh and nothing happens. So everything is good. And now let's modify this featured post first. So here featured post. So now let's remove this category. And here we will write $post. And as we are getting the first post, so we will write here the 0. So to get the first post, as we have the list of the posts. So in order to get the first post, we will use this to get the first element in the array. So post, and here if we get the category, so this will give us the category object. So let's refresh. Okay, and now let's close this. And now let's refresh again. And now you can see the category object. So we only need the name, which is CS. So we will get the name. And now let's refresh again. So now you can see the category of the post. And now the title of the post. So here we will write $post and 0. And here we will write title and the date. So here we will say $post 0, and you can say created it or updated it. So I will write updated it, but the choice is yours. So I will say updated it. So now let's refresh, and you can see the title of the post and took it out. So now you can see the date as well. So for the date, this is just a common date, which is not that much friendly. So here let's say we will write diff for humans. And now let's refresh again, and now you can see 3 months ago. So when we use this diff for humans method, so it will change the format. So 3 months ago, 1 day ago, 1 hour ago, something like that. So as we created this post 3 months ago, so that's why it's written here 3 months ago. And now the body of the post. So here we will write $posts and body, or if you name it description or whatever, so you can write it here. So that's it. And that's it. The image, we will upload a real image later on, and then we will change this. So I think for now that's better. Now there is another thing that the post body will not be just a simple text. It will have many things. So we need to craft it because it will be too lengthy. So we will have, for the SEO purpose, we will need just like about 120 or 150 or 160 characters. So let's say if I search something here, so Laravel, no, not the website. So here you can see this description. So normally with this SEO, it is about 150 or 160 characters. So more than 100 and less than 160. So the original post may have a larger length, so we don't want that. We don't want the whole post here. So what we will do is we will just need to trim that. So how can we limit this? So here we will just say str. So we will use the string, and we will limit it. So string limit and this, and now let's refresh, and str not found. Okay, so let's give the full path. So illuminate and support, and insert the support we have this. So now you can see it. So later on you can change this as well. So you can create a new attribute in the model. So let's say if you create a in excerpt and you change the body, so you can get the excerpt here from the model. So now let's paste some extra code. So let's say lorem ipsum. Lorem ipsum, and let's copy some code from here. So copy some code, go to the PHP my admin, and let's go to the project, and here let's edit this. So if I paste all of those things here, and now let's refresh. Where is our website? Here. So here you can see we have 3 dots because it is trimmed. But if we remove this from here, then what will happen? So let's remove this and this. Yeah, right, this one. And now let's refresh. And all of the text is here. So we don't want that. So that's why we are using this one to limit the string. And here we will provide the limit. So let's say 120. And now refresh. You can see 120. Now let's give the limit 150. So you can see 150. Okay. And then the three dots. So it will be limited to that much characters. Okay. Now this is done. Now let's change this single post item. The post item. So here I will just featured post. Coffee post item. So let's paste it here. And here we will have the single post update, and I will tell you how it run. So this is the category name, and let me show it to you first so that you are not confused. So here is the index file. Index. So here what we will say is at for each. So we will use the for each loop, and $post is $post. And for every post we will include this. So this post variable we will use it here in this file. Okay. So if let's say we have 3 posts, so this will be repeated 3 times and per each post. So now let's go. So category name, then the title of the post, coffee. So post title coffee. So title, and here the date. So let me copy the date from here, and yeah, and now let's remove this. And $post body. So and we will have, so let me copy this one to limit it. And this will be post. So now let's refresh, and now you can see we have 2 posts. So you can see 2 posts here, but here we have a small problem. So let's say we have 2 posts only, but you can see 3. So this is the featured post, and here we have this one. So let's say if we want to skip the first one so that this post is not repeated here, so what you can do is in the index file, here you can say skip 1, and now let's refresh, and this will be not here, so only this one. So now you can see we skipped the past post. So I will leave it, and I will not skip it, but the choice is yours whether you want to do it or not. So that's how you will get the data from the database. into the homepage. And in the next video, we will design the single post page. So that's all for this video now, and see you in the next video.